Welcome to the Marketing Coach Podcast. I'm your host, Angie Gensler, and I teach you how to get more traffic, leads, and sales without the hustle or headache. Let's get started. Hey guys, in today's episode, I'm going to dive into part 2 of the Attract Stage marketing strategies. So if you have not listened to part 1, I encourage you to go back and listen to that episode first. In there, I walk through 2 of the Attract phase strategies to drive more traffic to your website. In today's episode, I'm going to walk you through strategies 3 and 4. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, let's move on to the third Attract strategy, and that is collaborations. And collaborations is basically just forming a partnership or collaborating with another business owner or an influencer within your niche. Now, the key to a collaboration is making sure that you find someone who offers a complementary service to the same ideal customer that you are trying to reach. And the goal with reaching out to them is to find something that's mutually beneficial that you can do together to reach more people and to reach each other's audiences. Now, when you reach out to someone to collaborate with them, this can be as simple as saying, hey, I see you have a podcast. I have this great topic that your audience would love. So you could pitch them to be a guest expert on their podcast. Maybe you want to write a guest post on their website, on their blog. So you could write something, create some sort of short video training, or be on their podcast. That's probably the easiest partnership and collaboration to set up. It's your easiest win and the easiest to complete. Now, you could also go a little more elaborate beyond that. You could participate in online summits. I've done a lot of these summits where someone organizes it and brings in a whole bunch of speakers. They're all trying to reach the same audience, but they're all teaching something completely different, like a different piece of the pie involved with what that summit is about. So you could participate in those online summits. You could also do some sort of joint webinar, joint training, maybe even a joint sales promotion where you bundle your products together and now you're promoting to each other's audiences. So the beauty with these partnerships and the reason why they're so great is it gets you in front of their audience. So let's say you try and go on a podcast that has 100,000 listeners. Now you have the potential of getting your business in front of those 100,000 listeners. So collaborations are a fantastic way to leverage other people's audiences. Now, the one downside with collaborations is that they can take more time and energy. It's not a quick process, and if you have more money than time, then this may not be the strategy where you want to focus your time. In fact, the next strategy, which is Attract strategy number 4, might be a better fit for you if you have more money than time. And so the 4th strategy is paid ads. And with paid ads, this includes advertisements on social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram, and advertisements on search engines like Google or Pinterest. So with search engines, you are paying to make sure that your content is showing up at the top of the feed. So you can put in all the different search terms and the keywords that you want to show up for. So now you're not spending months and months and months trying to get your content to rank, doing that search engine optimization work that I talked about in Attract strategy number 1. Now you can just pay to make sure that it shows up first. Okay, with social media marketing, you're paying to make sure that your content is showing up in people's news feeds. When they're scrolling through, you're making sure that people with an interest related to what it is that you're trying to sell or the content you're trying to promote, it is showing up in their feed. Now, paid ads are such a powerful way to get your content in front of the right people quickly. So if you need to get up and running very fast and you do have a budget, I highly recommend learning about and investing time and money into a paid ad strategy. Because the beauty with paid ads nowadays is that it's not like, the old days of creating a radio ad and you just hope that you reach some of your ideal customers. When you put a spot on the radio, you're going to reach a huge audience, but only a tiny, tiny percent of them are actually going to be your ideal customer. Nowadays, when you do paid ads for online marketing, for an online business, you do search engines, you do social media, You get to type in that search engine the keywords you want to show up for, and you get to put in the social media platforms the specific type of people that you want to reach, the interests, the demographics. You can get very specific and basically create this picture of, here's my ideal customer, go find them for me. And those paid ad platforms will go find those people who are the most targeted ideal customers out there on those platforms, and they will bring them to you. It's a beautiful, amazing, incredible, miraculous thing. If you were involved in marketing like I was before online marketing became a thing, this is like magic. It is a marketer's dream come true. So don't write this off just because it costs you money. If you were a business 20, 30, 40 years ago, you had to have some sort of advertising expense. You could not start your business without sending out a mailer or a Yellow Pages ad or a radio ad or a TV spot. You had to do some sort of advertising. Maybe you participated in trade shows. Whatever it was, you had to have some sort of advertising budget. So I want you to sit down and think, okay, can I create an advertising budget? How much can I afford? And then what platforms would be the best for you to place your advertising dollars to try and bring those very targeted eyeballs to your business? Okay, let's recap all the 4 strategies in the attract stage in case you forgot the first 2 from the previous episode from part 1. So the first strategy is organic search. This involves creating content and using SEO tactics to get eyeballs to that content. So when they pull up certain keywords in search engines like Google or Pinterest or YouTube or Bing, your content shows up. Attract strategy number 2 is organic social media. So this is posting content on traditional channels like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. So posting content that provides value and it either educates, inspires, or entertains your audience. And attract strategy number 3 is to collaborate with other businesses or influencers within your niche. Leverage their audience and get your business in front of the audience that they have already built that's complementary to your audience. And attract strategy number 4 is paid ads. So leverage the power of getting your content to the top of the search in search engines or in people's feeds on all the different social media platforms. Now you may be wondering, which of these 4 strategies should I implement for my business? Now, in a perfect world, you would be able to implement all 4 strategies and you'd have a whole team working on them for you, right? But most of us don't live in a perfect world. If you're a small business owner, maybe you're even a team of 1, you need to really be strategic and narrow your focus. So first and foremost, I want you to do one type of search engine marketing. Okay, so create a specific type of content, focus on one format. So whether that's blog posts, podcasts, or videos, just choose one format and create some content around that. Start with one piece of content a month. If you go with one a day or one a week, it's going to get really overwhelming. It's not sustainable. Aim for a goal of creating one piece of high quality content a month, and then use SEO strategies to make sure you have the right keywords within that piece of content so that the search engines will deliver traffic to that piece of content, okay? And the reason I want you to focus on this first is this is a more long-term strategy. It's going to take you longer to implement and longer for it to work over time. It could take 6 to 9 months for some of your content to start indexing and really driving results. But the great thing is, once you've done that, it's more sustainable. And then I want you to choose one other method. So whether it's collaborations or social media or paid ads, figure out which one fits your needs, your style, your budget. If you have an advertising budget, go with paid ads. That's going to get you the quickest, fastest, easiest results. It is going to be more expensive, obviously, because you're going to have to pay for it. If you do not have an advertising budget and you're just starting out, social media might be the strategy you need to focus on so that you can build a little bit of authority and credibility. Once you have a little bit of authority and credibility built up, then you can think about collaborations and partnerships. Okay, I hope you found these past 2 episodes about the Attract strategies helpful. In the next episode, I'm going to dive into the engage stage of the online marketing model. And in that episode, you're going to learn how to turn all this website traffic that you're going to get into leads for your business. So stay tuned for that episode next week. And before I leave you, don't forget that perseverance, not perfection, is the key to success. I believe in you, I believe in your business, and I'm cheering you on. If you liked this episode and learned something new, make sure you rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. And if you haven't given the Social Media Content Club a try yet, head over to angiegensler.com/content club to start your 7-day trial of done for you copy and paste content directly from your phone. You're going to love it. Well, that's it for today. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next episode.